Hello everyone. In this video we will see this 2021 JEE Mains question on concept of argument of complex number. All those arguments, properties, the locus of argument, all those concepts you should know to solve this problem. But look at here, if Z and W are complex number such that modulus of Z into W is 1. Number 1. Okay. So from here you can write down modulus of Z into modulus of W equal to 1. But Z and W are not given. Rather they are given this. We know that this is the argument of Z can be written as 3 pi by 2 plus argument of W. Correct? This we can easily write down. Correct? So therefore, if argument of W, because Z and W both are not given, Z is not given, W is not given, the relation between their argument is given. So if argument of W is theta, so number one, if argument of W is theta, I can write W as modulus of W into e की power I का theta. That concept we all know. And therefore, argument of Z will be this one. Argument of Z will be 3 pi by 2 plus ka theta, and therefore I can write down Z as modulus of Z into e की power I 3 pi by 2 plus ka theta. So from this we know this one, and from this we can write down all these things. This is very conceptual. Now coming to the question. Question says that we have to find out the argument of 1 minus 2 into Z conjugate into W divided by 1 plus 3 Z conjugate into W. Now coming to this expression, you should know Z, then Z conjugate. You should know then W, and then Z conjugate into W. But here Z and W both are not given. So if both are not given, can we find out Z conjugate and W using this concept? Because Z conjugate and W both are there in numerator and denominator. So let us try to find out the Z conjugate into W. Now Z conjugate I can write as a modulus of Z conjugate e की power, this argument of Z will become negative, so minus I 3 pi by 2 plus theta. And what is the modulus of Z is the same modulus of its conjugate. So therefore I can write this as a modulus of Z. Correct? So therefore now I can write down Z conjugate into W, that is modulus of Z into e की power minus I 3 pi by 2 plus theta into modulus of W into e की power I theta. Correct? Fine. So modulus of Z into modulus of W is equal to 1. That is okay. And this is e की power I theta, and this is e की power minus I theta. That is e की power means only 3 minus e की power minus 3 pi by 2. Correct? E की power minus 3 pi by 2 with iota. Correct? So this can be written as e की power minus 3 pi by 2, that is can be written as cos of 3 pi by 2 minus I of sine 3 by 2 by Euler's theorem. Correct? Na? This e की power minus 3 pi by 2 I can be written as cos of 3 pi by 2 minus I की power I into sin 3 pi by 2. Cos 3 pi by 2 तो 0 होता है. This is minus iota, and sin 3 pi by 2 minus 1 होता है. So this is iota. Now it's okay. Z conjugate into W is coming to be iota. Now the question is solved. No problem with this one. So therefore we are having now, what we are having? We are having argument of this one is argument of 1 minus 2 iota 1 plus 3 iota. That is simply I can write argument of 1 minus 2 iota minus argument of 1 plus 3 iota by using the properties of argument, which actually follow the properties of logarithm. Now I can find out this is 1 minus 2 iota. 1 minus 2 iota, okay, and this is so I can write down it as a tan inverse of, I can write down minus 2 upon 1, correct, no problem, and this is minus tan inverse of 3, correct, tan inverse of minus 2, or you can write down this is lying in which quadrant, fourth quadrant, na? Fourth quadrant means you can take it is as a 2, then there is minus. Fourth quadrant, if first quadrant argument is alpha, then fourth quadrant argument, the conjugate argument is minus alpha, correct, na? So if I take minus 2 here, then it can come here, or minus of tan inverse of 2 by 1. So this is minus of tan inverse of 2 plus tan inverse of 3, that is minus of tan inverse of 2 plus 3 into 1 minus 2 into 3, correct. So this is minus tan inverse of 5 by minus 5 minus 1. So that is simply tan inverse of 1. Tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4. The argument is pi by 4. So look at here. First we have used this concept, that 3 pi by 2 plus argument of w, correct. W and Z are not given. Let's suppose that the argument of W is theta. Therefore, you can find out the argument of Z. And if argument of W and argument of Z is given, I can find out Z and W in terms of this e ki power. Correct? Now we have Z conjugate into W there in the question. Therefore, just find out Z conjugate into W. And that is coming to be the very simple complex number, that is imaginary complex number iota, and there we can use the again properties of argument, then we can find out the argument, and then you come to the inverse trigonometric function, correct.